was like weighted
Yeah.
swimming. That was so cool. I would
Thank
love
you.
to try that.
Next time you and your beautiful fiance are in Vegas, I'd love to have you try the power tower.
I would struggle doing that. I'd be slapping the water, trying to swim down. It's all technique, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're pretty powerful. I mean, I've seen your strength. I've seen you're undefeated bare knuckle boxer. So
Oh, well, I mean, yes. Yes, I am.
Helen Yee here in Arizona at Fight Ready, being joined by the one and only, the fan favorite, and the always exciting Mr. Mike Perry. First off, congratulations on your engagement to your beautiful fiance, Latori, and a baby girl on the way.
Yes, thank you. Family's growing, so, you know, my baby mama definitely deserved that rock on her finger, and I couldn't wait to give it to her anymore. Now we gotta have an engagement party, and I gotta propose again in front of everybody. So, you know, just to make it that much more special, I'll propose to her for the rest of my life every year.
Yeah, she definitely deserves it. And hey, 2 engagements are better than 1, right?
Yeah, or 100. You know, just keep proposing until I get it right.
But were you nervous? Because sometimes I hear like that's the most nervous that a man becomes when he has to propose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, oh man, you know, I'm still nervous about it. I'm like, I did it and I wanted it to be different, and it's like, damn, you get one shot to do this. And then, you know, I thought it was nice. It was quiet. It was just me and her, because that's how life's going to be. If we get married, it's just going to be me and you and our little kids. So, you know, let's just keep it going. We're independent together.
And you guys make a great team, so congratulations on your beautiful platinum family. And how's baby Ocean, though? Because I saw you post a couple months ago, he has like a Ferrari he drives.
Yeah, it's a Lamborghini.
Oh, okay.
And it's a remote control, too, so it's fun for me. He just sits in it. He doesn't really drive it. I drive it. And, man, he's growing up. He was climbing a slide the other day and sliding down it, a little fearless. Sometimes he's fearless. Most of the time he's scared. He's at home with Nana right now. Shout out to them, and they're having a great time. Nana's so fun with him. So,
Well, I'm glad you and your fiance are having a great time here in Arizona. But speaking of excitement, like I said, you always put on a great show, especially for the fans. Your fight against MVP, that was such a spectacular performance. So ideally for you, who intrigues you the most to get you back in there and see you fight again?
Definitely Nate Diaz fight is a big, intriguing fight for me and for a lot of fans, I think. You know, no matter what you choose or what ideas you have in life, someone's going to agree, someone's going to disagree. I think that's a great fight. And, you know, quick shout out Market Cypher. Speaking of Arizona, my boy Crypto Face is out here, a big sponsor of mine. And, you know, I could fight anyone. I've been calling out big names. And, you know, I also think about getting back to the UFC and fighting guys like Jeff Neal, or tonight Max Griffin and Dirty Bird are fighting. I think that's a good fight. I fought both of those guys. I'm interested in that. And, you know, I mean, I try to think ahead. And, you know, any past mistakes I've made, it were just lessons that have brought me into this winning streak that I'm on right now. And I'm trying to stay in this winning mindset. So I try to think of myself to be able to beat anybody. That's why I'm about to go spar with the middleweight Eric Anders right now and try to punch him.
So could we see you back in the UFC in 2023?
Who knows, man? I never know what's going to happen with first-round management. They can make anything happen. I know there's a couple people, companies that kind of want to see me fight for them. It could be MMA, it could be boxing, bare-knuckle boxing. We're kind of entrepreneurs, fighters. We're open to the public and whatever the public wants to see as far as us fighting and who we fight. And like I said, I've been on this win streak, so give me a great opportunity and I'll prove that I'm ready for it.
And it's always great to have options as well. But you mentioned a couple of the guys you would like to fight, you know, in the UFC, and you previously fought in the welterweight division. There's always so much going on in that division, and someone that we've spoken about before, Colby Covington. It seems that a lot of fans are talking about maybe a potential matchup between he and Khamzat Chimaev. Do you like that matchup?
I think that's an interesting fight. Colby, he tries to be super political in the fight game. He tries to talk his way out of fights sometimes. At the beginning, he was saying Khamzat, doesn't deserve to fight him. I got more UFC fights than a lot of those guys. So it's about who's got the momentum and who's really showing themselves. Khamzat really has the momentum. He's got 4 or 5 wins now in exciting fashion. And, I like Khamzat. I talk to him sometimes on social media. And as a fighter who wants to be great, I would love an opportunity to fight guys like that who are great, and it's about competing. It's not disrespectful all the time. Sometimes it is because other guys can be mouthy, and I'm just trying to be great, and I want to fight great opposition. So, whoever wants this platinum smoke can catch the hands.
But you mentioned you guys message each other sometimes. Yeah. Is it about fights?
Yeah, I'm interested in some of the fights that he's been in, and there's always a lot of media attention. I was interested to see the Kevin Holland fight. Props to him for what he did. I know Holland is pretty good. He's really good. So, he made it look easy, and he's talked to me about, he paid attention when I was fighting MVP, and I'm just grateful to have the respect of real fighters, great athletes out there in the world. That's what, martial arts has always been about, humility and honor, things like that. And yes, it gets sidetracked with a little entertainment and dirty talking, but we can talk dirty all night. Not him, and I'll talk to my girl dirty too. So.
But has he ever asked if you wanted to go train with him?
He told me to come to Chechnya when I was in Russia, and I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna make it, bro. I heard that's no man's land. Shouldn't go there, but that's a cool idea that, what do you call it? Rumor. That's a cool rumor that it's so dangerous there you shouldn't go there, and it's probably got some nice views. But I've heard, Chechnya is pretty dangerous. Maybe that's why Khamzat's so dangerous. And a lot of the Russian fighters, Islam Makhachev and Khabib, people think of them as the best guys out there. So, that's what I'm trying to be recognized as too. I'm not saying I'm going to Chechnya, but maybe someday we'll train together, maybe in United States. I saw him in Vegas before, so.
Yeah, at Extreme Couture.
I saw him at the fight, actually. He was sitting in front of me, and I said what's up to him.
Did you say what's up?
Yeah, I shook his hand. That was it. But, maybe someday we'll train together.
And lastly, you do fight in the middleweight division in the BKFC, but in the UFC, they have a big middleweight title fight coming up between Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira. Who do you favor in that fight?
I'm a fan of Adesanya. Pereira's kind of coming out of nowhere, really, even though I know they have history. But he's been quiet. He hasn't put a damper on who he is as a fighter. He looks like he's here to compete, and he's here to grab a hold of, greatness, and he's not trying to mess it up with any words. I think it's an amazing fight. I really don't know. I'm kind of rooting for the guy who got beat by the guy, because Adesanya has been nothing but great. And I hate to say, when people say that, I wish you nothing, but I hate that sometimes, and I just did it. I wish you greatness. That's what people should say. Instead of saying I wish you nothing, but you should just say I wish you success. I wish you greatness. I wish you happiness. So I'm just here living my life, trying to fight people, and you never know where that's going to take us. So speaking of the middleweights, the UFC middleweights are a little bigger than a BKFC middleweight. Like, 10 pounds when they weigh in and then 20 to 30 pounds when they rehydrate. So I'm maximum like 185 when I get in the ring. I don't care though. Wherever the money is, I'll fight my ass off. So bring it on.
And that's why all the fans love you. And for all the fans who wish you nothing but greatness and happiness, what would you like to let them know?
To wish me greatness. Don't wish me nothing. Wish me greatness. Thank you.